In April 2018, our team had the privilege of attending the Belfast Titanic Society's 106th anniversary convention. This several-day event brought together Titanic enthusiasts from around the United Kingdom and Ireland, as well as a few from the rest of the world, including ourselves.
My name is Susie Miller and I'm president of Belfast Titanic Society. We were formed in the city of Belfast 26 years ago to promote the Titanic story from the beginning, a story that hadn't really been told. We had been very quiet in this city about the fact that we built Titanic. I suppose it was the discovery of the wreck in 1985 that prompted us to really start to share those stories again. What we do is to work with organisations like Belfast City Council and Titanic Foundation just to ensure that the memory of Titanic is properly preserved and that anything tangible that we still have from Titanic's time is kept and restored and preserved as well. We have a membership, I suppose, of about 200, and that's international as well as from around the UK and Northern Ireland. We have a website which is www.belfast-titanic.com. That would keep you informed of how to join and also what our various events are throughout the year.
This year's convention also especially commemorated the 100th anniversary of the sinking of the RMS Carpathia, which was torpedoed during the First World War. The RMS Carpathia was the rescue ship for the Titanic's survivors. This commemoration was complemented nicely with an interview with Janet Rostron, the great-granddaughter of Captain Arthur Rostron, captain of the Carpathia.
This was part of his uniform, his dress uniform, being on the great man's head. Very beautiful. Written inside, A.H. Rostron.
We've also spoken about your thoughts that he might have had some sort of sixth sense when he was out on the ocean, that he had an idea when there might be danger ahead.
He mentions many times actually a faith of sailors, the simple faith. There were a number of times where something impelled him to stop. The skies were black, there was no light at all, there was no moon. He called the command to stop. He just had this bad feeling. Then they caught the glimmer of one star reflected on the surface of a huge iceberg. As the light dawned, they were surrounded by icebergs, but untouched. It was this faith, this sixth sense, but then the knowledge that if anything was to happen, he would have a feeling about it. And that's what gave him his courage. You don't have to be a relative or own a piece of stuff to be inspired by these stories.
With performances by the Harlandic Male Voice Choir of Belfast, tours of the Harland and Wolff Shipyards, and presentations by Titanic wreck divers and a brief one by our team as well, the convention was a nice lineup of small events for guests to attend as they pleased.
Yeah, the favorite part was the drawing offices to visit them. They are restored now, can see how it was to be inside there, how it must have feel to draw these plans of the Olympic class. Also the slipways. The slipways are my favorite. If you look behind me, you can see some the two slipways of Olympic on the left and Titanic on the right.
It's always very nice to be at the birthplace of Titanic because here all of it began. And I really like the sentence that the Belfast Titanic Society said about 20 years ago. They said that Titanic was all right when she left Belfast, so Belfast really can be proud to have built this beautiful ship. Now with the new Titanic Hotel, they have the opportunity for other people around the world just to discover Titanic's history on the real place where the Titanic was built.
Kicking off the convention Friday evening was a champagne reception followed by a fine black tie gala inside the Harland and Wolff drawing offices, which have been tastefully renovated into the new Titanic Hotel. The gala was attended by what seems to have been over 100 guests, and the evening was brought to a close with a table of prizes that were raffled off. On the night of April 14th, at 11:40 p.m., the time at which the Titanic hit the iceberg, a candlelight vigil was held on the Olympic-class slipways. What was expected to be a small handful of people became a massive gathering of a few hundred people in procession across the slipway to the front of the Titanic Museum. In the cold rain of April 15th, the anniversary of the ship's foundering, wreaths were laid at the Belfast City Hall at the base of the Titanic Memorial by Society Chair Susie Miller and the Belfast Deputy Lord Mayor, as well as one by the head of the Irish Lebanese Cultural Foundation.
This is the rotunda of the main building. We've just come up from the 106th anniversary commemorative event down in the east of the City Hall in the Titanic Memorial Gardens. We had people from a number of different countries representing those that were lost on Titanic, and also, people who are very interested in the Titanic story and Titanic enthusiasts. Every year the event does get bigger and bigger in relation to the commemoration.
White roses were placed on the plaque of names by all attendees with family ties to those who were lost in the sinking.